the video.
Welcome to Growing Knowledge. I'm Paul.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Ross.
And today we're going to do some plant idents for you. Pete, do you want to take it away? Come on, mate.
So, being the time of year, we're a bit limited on the sort of material we can actually identify beyond looking at nodes in twigs. So we're down to conifers mostly, first of which is AB's Nordmanniana. So this is the posh Christmas tree, if you like, because it's got the silver on the back of the needles. So you have Picea AB's, which is a more common Christmas tree, and then you have AB's Nordmanniana, a slightly more special one. We've got Cedrus Atlantica here, Atlantica glauca group.
And that's blue, isn't it?
Glauca's blue, yeah, blue or bluey grey. And you've got these whorls of needles. So rather than individual needles, you've got them in collections, so in a little gathering. So on a Picea or an AB's, they would be individual. On a Pinus, they'd be in pairs. And on a Cedar, they are in clusters or whorls. And that's Atlantica. And the first letter of Atlantica is A. The trees are shaped like a capital A. And
it just to stop you a second
there.
You're talking about Atlantica. We were talking to Paul Labuse, who's a lecturer here at Shuttleworth, and he was telling us about Atlantica. The other way to remember an Atlantica when you see it out there in the wild is A means ascend, and the ends of the tree go upwards.
Yeah.
And there's a D for descend.
Deodara.
Deodaras, and they go down.
They're pendulous, they're downwards. Yeah, that's a good way to remember.
Hey.
Yeah.
Upstairs for thinking, downstairs for dancing.
Well, that's an interesting one, Peter.
Yeah, we've got Cryptomeria here. As Ross says, it's not necessarily a run-of-the-mill conifer. You can see it's visually a bit like a Leylandii, but close up it's quite harsh, quite spiny and scaly. This is Cryptomeria japonica elegans group. So there's a whole group of cultivars, the elegans group. Quite low-growing conifers, these. Then we've got Juniperus scopularum skyrocket, bolting for the sky, particularly because it's been a bit crowded out lower down. Another juniper, this one, with a very fine needle. Very fine needle. It has a sort of wire-like appearance to it. And then the last of the conifers.
Oh, I can guess this one.
This one.
Yeah.
There's a gigantium somewhere.
Yeah, there's a gigantic.
We couldn't bring the whole thing in.
No, gigantic piece of bark from Sequoia dendron giganteum. So these redwoods, great big chunky bark on them, soft, easy to punch.
That's very lightweight.
Very lightweight.
Again, from my level 2 days, this is much like a fire jacket. So where you see these giant redwoods sitting in the forest and nothing around them, it's where they've had a forest fire, but this fire jacket has actually protected the tree from the fire, which allows them to grow.
That's incredible. So that's a competitive advantage. That's a great bit of info there. And then the other plants we've got here are all aquatics. For whatever reason, quirk of the season, the aquatics are looking quite good at the moment. So we've got Acorus gramineus variegatus, a variegated grass. You can see the striping there on the blades. This is more of an edge of a pond plant, perhaps a bog plant. You can submerge it. This is in an aquatic crate, but it's more of an edge of the pond plant. A little bit like Juncus effusus form spiralis. Spiral because of these corkscrewed leaves here. So corkscrewed Juncus. Then we've got Mimulus here, way up. Mimulus luteus. So an aquatic mimulus with yellow flowers. So not at the moment, but the foliage is pretty abundant at this time of year. Sort of creeps along the ground as well. Another plant you could grow in a border, in a permanently waterlogged border.
I recognise this one. Is that water soldier thing?
Water soldier, yeah. Why it's called water soldier is a bit of a mystery, but it's a floating aquatic. You can see very little roots there. Extracts everything it needs from the water and is suspended within it.
And what's the scientific name for that?
Stratiotes alloides, that one. And then your last one here, big heavy pot, Xanthodecia Aethiopica with those arum lily leaves, pointed ends. Another plant you could grow in a border, quite happy in the pond as well, but you could grow in a permanently damp border, even quite sunny conditions.
So does that like the clay soil then?
Likes the clay soil. Good heavy clay soil will serve any Xanthidestia well.
Lovely. Okay, so that's this week's idents. Practice them, and we'll give you the spellings on Facebook. Take care. Bye.